Hello everyone, I'm Subhojit Panda from OdissaTV.in presenting you today's news from Odisha. First the headlines. Voting for first ever elections to newly constituted notified area of councils of Champua and Balligooda gets underway. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik flags off first interstate flight of homegrown courier Air Odisha bound for Sambalpur. BJP MLA from Rourkela Dilip Rai smells political conspiracy after a special CBI court summons him in connection with the coal block allocation case. Odisha government decides to bring in special policy to encourage and facilitate investments in startups in the state soon. And World Bank to provide financial assistance to Odisha government to tackle urban flooding. Now the details. Polling for the first ever elections to the newly constituted Notified Area Councils or NACs of Champua and Balligooda got underway on Tuesday morning. The polling for these two NAC with 13 wards each went on peacefully without any hassles. Technical glitches in one of the electronic voting machines EVMs were reported in Ward 2 in Champua NAC. Security has been beefed up at all sensitive booths to prevent any untoward incident. Votes will be counted and results announced on 21st January. Balligooda and Champua NACs have 12,764 and 9,508 voters respectively. For the 13 wards in Balligooda, as many as 42 candidates are in the race and all the three major parties in Odisha, that is the BJD, Congress and BJP, have fielded the candidates in all the wards. Moreover, there are 3 independent candidates in the fray. For the 13 wards of Champua NAC, 41 candidates are in fray. While the BJD and BJP candidates are contesting all the 13 wards, Congress is in fray in 8 wards. Moreover, there are 7 independent candidates in the race. The first interstate flight of homegrown courier Air Odisha bound for Sambalpur was flagged off by Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik at the Biju Patnaik International Airport on Tuesday. The inauguration ceremony was held at the hangar of the old terminal of the airport. According to the sources in the airlines, Air Odisha services to Jharsuguda, Rourkela and Jaipur will begin from Thursday. This is an initiative by the Odisha government to provide air connectivity to Sambalpur, Jharsuguda and Jaipur. Prior to the inauguration of Air Odisha's regular flights, the private airliner had conducted a trial run from Bhubaneswar to Sambalpur on 18 December last year.
I am glad to inaugurate the air connectivity operations for flights between Bhubaneswar and other parts of the state today. This has been a long-felt need of the people of Odisha, which our government has fulfilled. The air connectivity from Sambalpur, Jharsuguda, Rourkela and Jaipur to Bhubaneswar and back, I am sure, will be comfortable.
In a tragic incident, 2 persons were killed when the car in which they were travelling lost control and rammed into a bridge on the Jagatsinghpur-Machogaon road late on Monday night. The deceased have been identified as residents of Apandara village. According to the sources, the accident took place late on Monday night when they were returning to their village from Cuttack in a car. The ill-fated car lost control and rammed into a bridge, causing the death of the 2 persons on the spot. The sources added. A major fire which broke out at the Lingaraj stockyard of Mahanadi Coalfields Limited MCL has ravaged coal worth lakhs of rupees. Sources said the fire, which was noticed by labourers of the stockyard 3 days back, is yet to be brought under control. The MCL is busy celebrating Mine Safety Week and thousands of tons of coal have been reduced to ashes at the yard. This shows how the authorities are serious about the safety and security of the coal mines, said Bajrang Agarwal, a mines worker. Meanwhile, the MCL officials have rejected such a claim.
तो वो एक रेगुलर फेनोमेना है, उसके लिए हमारा टीम है, फायर फाइटिंग का सारा टीम है, फायर टेंडर से उसको डील करते रहता है बीच में. वो रेगुलर फेनोमेना है. माइनिंग जहां भी होगा स्पॉन्टेनियस हिटिंग होगा, लेकिन उसको हम लोग डील करते रहते हैं.
Health services at Veer Surendra Sai Institute of Medical Science and Research VIMSAR in Burla have been severely affected badly, with the junior doctors' agitation entering the 6th day on Monday. Patients in the wards were left unattended while long queues were seen in front of the outpatient department OPD for appointment with doctors. Some patients from far-off places with serious illnesses were left with no choice but to lie down on the floor due to unavailability of doctors. The Junior Doctors Association JDA of the institution has sought strong action against absentee doctors of the institution who remain unavailable for services for most of the time. The medicos body alleged, though place of posting of these doctors is Burla, they hardly attend duties. The situation at Vimsar went from bad to worse after senior resident doctors joined hands with the juniors who are pressing for the 11-point charter of demands on Monday. The Biplabi Chasi Mulia Sangha or BCMS has served a warning to the Maoists asking them to desist from mindless killing of innocent tribals. The warning of the revolutionary outfit has come through a number of posters found in several areas of Narayanpatna block in Koraput district on Monday. The posters have its president saying the Anchalika Adivasi Sangha had started a series of agitations to make Narayanpatna free from liquor, bonded labor and enable tribals to get back the land occupied by non-tribal landlords. The president said if the Maoists do not refrain from such brutal activities, the Sangha will give them a befitting reply. Hours after a special CBI court in Delhi summoned Dilip Rai, former Union Minister of State for Coal, in connection with a coal block allocation case during the erstwhile NDA government in 1999, the BJP MLA from Rourkela smelt a political conspiracy behind the development. Rai was summoned along with Pradeep Kumar Banerjee, who was the Additional Secretary in Ministry of Coal MOC, Nityanand Gautam, who was the Advisor Projects in MOC, Castron Technologies Limited, its Director Mahindra Kumar Agarwala and Castron Mining as accused in the case. The case pertains to the alleged irregularities in allocation of Brahmadiya coal block in Giridih in Jharkhand to Castron Technologies Limited in 1999. Special CBI Judge Bharat Parashar summoned these persons and the two firms for alleged offences under Section 120B, Criminal Conspiracy, 420, Cheating and 409, Criminal Breach of Trust of IPC and under the relevant provisions of Prevention of Corruption PC Act.
मोर तार एप्लिकेशन रे जोटा कि माने भी जोटा मु भी देखली मु प्लीज री एग्जामिन लिखिची से जाई कि ताको बुझेला परे मु भाविची से राइडर दे कि से माने कहले जे 3-4 किलोमीटर दूर रे पानी टे पकाइबो और लो ग्रेड डेटोनेटर्स यूज होबो
ये संक्रांत बिजु जनता दल एति कहयार अछि जेहेतु मान्यवर कोर्ट डायरेक्शन दैछंती आईन ता बाटर जीवो जदि ता भीतर कि प्रेमाफासी थिबो तेणु आईनगत भाव जहाँ कार्यानुष्ठान हवा कथा हम विरोधी भाई मैंने बहुत तंबी तोफान करते खनि दुर्नीति चिटफंड बहुत बड़ बड़ कथा कहते बहुत मरल हाईग्राउंड रही बर्तमान से तो मान्यवर नुआ सभापति विचारधीन रहा उचित
बिजु जनता दलर विधायक और सांसद माने आज भी भितर अच्छा तेणुक बिजु जनता दल ठार किसी शिखबार ना मूल कथा हूँ जदि क्या ना समन इश्यू होदि कौन आईन प्रक्रिया चालू अच्छी से आईन प्रक्रिया निश्चित भाव में आम आशा कर दिलीप राय से निष्कलंक प्रमाणित होकर आसवे.
Sushmita Das, the BJD candidate who won the Bhubaneswar Municipal Corporation BMC Ward number 17 by poll defeating the Congress candidate by 1661 votes. Congress candidate got only 383 votes. It should be noted that out of total 7,667 voters, only 2,243 turned up at the booths. The BJP had not fielded any candidate for the seat. The counting, which began at around 8:30 a.m. and lasted half an hour, was held at the ADM office in the presence of BMC Mayor Anant Narayan Jena and Bhubaneswar North MLA Priyadarshi Mishra.
आरथक मु जो हारी हारिकी भी तथापि मु केबे मुंडो को तलको नथली तथापि तांकर ही श्रीजुक्त नवीन पट्टनायक आशीर्वाद मु मो जारी रखी कार्यक्रम को जारी रखी वर्तमान भी मु जारी रखी आगु लोक मानक भी अभिनंदन मोर समस्त वार्डवासी को मोर नमस्कार.
Hours after confirming that some students might be involved in the hacking of the official website of Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology OUAT, a student of the city-based private engineering college went to the Khandagiri police station and accepted his involvement in the crime. The student has been identified as Tarini Prasad Samantrai. Official sources said 300 odd IP addresses have been kept under the purview of the investigation. On the motive behind the whole episode, the Police Commissioner R.P. Sharma said no particular intention has been notified after the site was hacked on 15th January. Neither any abusive content nor obscene matter was posted after the site was hacked. So we believe that there was no ill intention behind the act, Sharma stated. Official sources said a case has been registered under Section 65 and 66C of Information Technology Act following a written complaint by OUAT authorities on 16th January. Their website was reportedly hacked a day before, and the hacker, identifying himself as Don, had posted obscene messages on it.
से इन्वेस्टिगेशन आईपी एड्रेस और मैक आईडी जानिबा पई हमर चेष्टा चली अति शीघ्र जाना पड़िबो जे हैकिंग को लोकेशन रही छी और किए करी छी स्ट्रांग संभावना अछि जे हैकिंग भुवनेश्वर ही हबर संभावना जाना पड़छि
इनवॉल्व थाई परंती के मिसक्रेंट्स इनवॉल्व थाई परंती पुलिस कमिशनर तांकर तो बर्तमान इन्वेस्टिगेशन करूछंती मु तो कोनस प्रकार खबर पाइनी एथरे को माने इनवॉल्व अछंती किंतु जे भी करि थाउ जदि भी हमर ओयूटर कोनसी पिला एमति करिथिबे कि स्टाफ एमति करिथिबे निश्चित भाव एज पर द रूल्स हमर यूनिवर्सिटी रूल रेगुलेशन द्वारा जहा पनिशमेंट होबा कथा हम से पनिशमेंट देबो.
Odisha government has decided to bring in a special policy to encourage and facilitate investments in startups in the state. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik told a delegation from US-based TIE Silicon Valley during a meeting at the state secretariat on Monday. Patnaik also said Odisha is aiming to become the top 3 destinations for startups in India in the coming 2 years. The meeting discussed investment opportunities available in small, medium and large industries in the state. According to the sources, the Odisha government is expected to come out with a startup policy within the next 2-3 months. An agreement is scheduled to be signed between Epicol and TIE Silicon Valley to boost investments in startups in Odisha. A 13-member delegation of the TIE Silicon Valley is on a 2-day visit to the state as part of the Startup India initiative, which was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday. The secretaries of the various departments of the state government were also present when the delegation met the Chief Minister and the Chief Secretary.
आम राज्य सरकार भी गोटे स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी वर्तमान प्रिपेयर करेंगे से आमको टाई सिलिकॉन वैली आमको हेल्प करेंगे और आम आशा करूँ आसंता 2-3 मास भितर ये स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी आम इम्प्लीमेंट करूँ.
Ease of doing business by the state, the more availability of broadband and Wi-Fi, role of the educational institution, we would very much encourage the youth of Odisha to take major risks.
What is startup ecosystem? माने कथा होची बड़ कंपनी तो आसीबे किंतु ओडिसा रो बा ओडिसा रे रहुतबा ओडिसा रे बड़ होइतिया पिला माने सेमान को नै केमिति हम बिजनेस प्रमोशन करि परिबा बेसिकली टेक्निकल टेक्नोलॉजी क्षेत्र रे आईटी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स.
9 school students were injured, 3 of them seriously, and a bike driver was killed in a road accident at Dhuara near Baluga in Khordha district on Monday morning. Of the injured students, 6 were rushed to Baluga Government Hospital, from where the 3 seriously injured were rushed to Capital Hospital in Bhubaneswar, where the condition was stated to be critical. The identity of the bike driver is yet to be identified. Reports said a speeding Tata AC van carrying some students was on the way to Saraswati Sisu Mandir School near Baluga when it collided with a speeding bike coming from the opposite direction and fell into a roadside ditch. While the bike driver died on the spot, 9 students were injured. Following information, police rushed to the spot and admitted the students to the Baluga hospital. The body of the bike driver was later taken to Baluga hospital for post-mortem. The process to make the Dhamora Rajnagar waterway operational has begun. Survey work and trials are underway on the waterway, which is part of the National Waterway 5 NW5 project being implemented by Inland Waterways Authority of India IWAI. As part of the trial run, ship MV Lal Bahadur Shastri, which began its journey from West Bengal towards Dhamora, has arrived at Rajnagar via Jayanagar and Mangalagadi. According to the sources, the ship will depart towards Padanipalli via Oli. This waterway will open up channels of import of minerals and raw materials, and we have plans to set up a permanent port near Kalinganagar. IWAI Deputy Project Director Abhinash Raul stated, adding that the project is in its preliminary stage and there is no information about its completion deadline at this level. The World Bank on Monday said it would provide financial assistance to the Odisha government to tackle urban flooding. Saurav Dani, Senior Disaster Management Specialist, World Bank, talking to OTV stated that the Indonesian government has done a lot of works to curb urban flooding, which he said can be taken up by the Odisha government. Referring to the cities like Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Sambalpur, which are prone to severe urban flooding during rainy season, Dani said the state government should take up measures in these cities to tide over the situation. The World Bank team during its visit to the state reviewed the status of several ongoing projects aided by the bank in the state on Monday. The team visited Bhadrak district and dedicated a World Bank aided multi-purpose cyclone shelter at Kishmat Krishnapur village under Basudevpur block. The World Bank Coastal Mission team on Friday arrived in the state to review the World Bank funded projects being executed in coastal districts of the state. The team made a field visit of 3 projects: National Cyclone Risk Mitigation Project NCRMP, Additional NCRMP and Odisha Disaster Recovery Project ODRP, and expressed satisfaction over the pace of the work. Before wrapping up the news headlines once again, voting for first ever elections to newly constituted notified area of councils of Champua and Baliguda gets underway. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik flags off first interstate flight of homegrown Courier Air Odisha bound for Sambalpur. BJP MLA from Rourkela Dilip Rai smells political conspiracy after a special CBI court summons him in connection with the coal block allocation case. Odisha government decides to bring in special policy to encourage and facilitate investments in startups in the state soon. And World Bank to provide financial assistance to Odisha government to tackle urban flooding. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.